Okay, once again, welcome back right here on Monday Night Football. We are back, of course. I said more surprises, of course. Imagine I'm here sitting, alongside sports personality of the year. Of course, that's Coach Abdoulie Bojan right here on Monday Night Football. And I also have Mbaiko right here with me. Campo will be coming up very soon on this platform. But tonight, of course, we celebrate Coach Abdoulie Bojan. Mbaiko, before that, you're welcome.
Sarah, thank you very much once again for coming back on the program.
All right. Coach, tonight we celebrate you. I would say, Gambia has already started celebrating you. You've been, awarded by SJG, as a sports personality of the year. An award that you really, deserve, because of your proven track record as a coach, your contribution, to the Gambia. You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kamara. Thank you so much, Mr. Cole, for inviting me and showing the people exactly what I've achieved as a coach. So really pleased, I'm very much pleased with the invitation.
Right. Okay, Coach, how did you feel, when they call up your name, that the award is for you? How do you feel at that moment?
Well, I was overexcited. It came to me as a surprise, and I nearly cried.
Yeah.
Because I was told that you are invited to the Sports Journalists Association of to the award. I went. I was given the award that the National Under 20 won. I thought that I would be contested with the Coach of the Year, but unfortunately I wasn't. So I feel it's all over now. I wasn't expecting of winning the Sports Personality of the Year.
Wow.
When the last award was announced, and
That's
they called up my
award.
name,
Yes.
I nearly cried. Honestly, I nearly cried. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
But anybody, who I spoke to, they always say that you really deserve it.
Yeah.
So I'm very much pleased with it. Thanks to the Sports Journalists Association with their invitation and awarding me with such a very magnificent award.
Yeah. Really. So how does your family, feel, you going to the award, and then, coming back with that magnificent, award, an award of the night?
They all embraced it. They were all happy with it. Because I went together with one of my younger brother. When my name was called, he was also very much surprised. We took a lot of pictures with so many people over there, but when I came back home, everybody was happy with the award, and they all called and congratulated me for the award.
Did you come with the award?
Yes.
Campo, if we can just get the award from Ibrahim Campo Jata, will just give us, the award so that at least, Gambians, would see, wow, how beautiful, all right, how beautiful the award is, all right. Bas, if you just can zoom in, so that Gambians will see the award, that the coach already won. If you see this, the 12th edition, there is SJG and AIPS, the 12th edition of the National Sports Award, the 12th edition of the National Sports Award, and then Sports Personality of the Year. It goes to the Coach Abdoulie Bojan. Coach, can you tell me your journey, how you started up to this stage?
Well,
I know the road was not that much smooth. It was very rocky, I know, bumping up and down.
First of all, taking up the responsibility to coach the under-20 national team was not easy.
Yeah.
Because Matar has done a tremendous job over there. He did a fantastic job over there. So to break that record wasn't easy. So we started with the WAFO competition, qualifying to the semi-finals, we qualified to the AFCON. So we had series of test games. The selection wasn't easy. And you have to look at the age, make sure that the age is right, prepare some test games, and make sure that you took the right players to the tournament, and make sure that you perform up to expectation and win games to qualify to the AFCON. That was our primary objective.
Okay.
And also development was key because, as you know, youth football, grassroots football is purely for development. Yeah. We focus a lot on trying to develop the players with the intention that we have to qualify to the AFCON. We have to make it to the to the final to qualify for the AFCON. Again, going into the competition, the WAFO competition, we've played with how to call it, Cape Verde. We played with Liberia, Benin, Zambia. Benin. They played with Liberia, Cape Verde, Senegal, and Guinea-Conakry. So in the group stage, we took second. Senegal, they topped the group. Eventually, we had Mali at the semi-final. So during that semi-final also, that was a game that we need to win to qualify to the final. Then automatically we qualify to the AFCON. We played during the first half. They led us by a lone goal. In the second half, we have to make some tactical changes. We changed the formation from 4-3-3 to 3-5-2. We launched in more attacking players. Fortunately for us, we equalized and went to penalties. We had a goalkeeper who is very good in saving penalties, that is Ibrahim Jete. He came out, he stood firm and was able to took out 1 or 2 penalties. Then we qualified to the final, which qualified us to the AFCON. Unfortunately, we lost to Senegal. Okay. So again, going to the AFCON also, we had a target that we have to qualify to the semi-final minimum, then qualify to the World Cup. That was our target because the previous under-20 qualified to the World Cup, but unfortunately due to COVID, they couldn't play the tournament. Okay. Also, we look at the record of the players, the teams that the previous under-20 met, the head-to-head record, we always try to maintain it. So always before our game, we try to check on the head-to-head between the teams that we're going to meet and make sure that we try to maintain that head-to-head record. That was also challenging. Okay. So again, with the players that we have, they were determined, they were disciplined and hardworking. Because what I did from the onset was, when I was with the under-17, I find out the players who are eligible to play for the under-20 and they can give exactly what I wanted, and select the players who were within the age bracket from the previous under-20. Then out of some from the national league selection, I selected some players from there. Then was able to combine to have a very good team. Again, we started with Tunisia. The fortunate thing about this team was most of the time we win our first 2 games, then that automatically qualify us to the next stage. Yeah, so we are able to win Tunisia and Zambia. Fortunately for us, then we are able to qualify to the quarterfinal stage. Okay. Then the last game also we were able to win it, and then South Sudan was the quarterfinal game. Okay. That was the target. So to win we have to win that game also to qualify to the World Cup. That was our target. So I could remember when we playing with South Sudan, we won them by 5-0. That was definitely the boys put up a respectable performance and beat South Sudan massively. Okay. After that game, I realized when we won the semi-final against Mali during the AFCON, during the WAFO, sorry, we over-celebrated. Okay. We over-celebrated. Even inside the hotel during dinner time, we were celebrating. Then I know that the target was not only to qualify for the World Cup, but to have better results. Yes. Yeah. So when we won South Sudan, they started celebrating again. After a certain time, I told them it's enough now. We have Nigeria, we have to focus on the Nigeria game. We finished with the South Sudan game. We qualified to the World Cup. It is not enough. So we have to make sure that we win Nigeria. So we started preparation, collect together with the technical staff who were very much supportive, the likes of Yaya Mane, Al-Husseini, and the rest of the technical staff, the physios, Ibrahim Sen, the media officer, Amadou Oba, our team admin, Mojan. Definitely they were also.
They did a wonderful job.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know, then we had Nigeria. We focused on the Nigeria game. We were able to beat them and qualify to the final again. Again, unfortunately, we lost to Senegal. Senegal is always our problem. Yeah. You know, looking at the team, I know it wasn't easy. During the AFCON, during the WAFU, we were able to win 4 man of the match. The AFCON, we won 5 man of the match, which was definitely very good. In the World Cup also, we were able to beat the likes of Honduras, France, drew with South Korea, and lost to Uruguay, unfortunately. We scored the fastest goal in the competition. That was also very good. And after the competition also, virtually almost all the players signed a professional contract, except few. Those were the 2 goalkeepers, Ibrahim Jete and Lucas Sanyang, together with, I know it's a matter of time, Haruna Rashid will be moving, and Mohamed Job also. But other than those, all others had they've signed professional contract, make better living out of what they do or what they love. This is what we were focusing on. And I can say the Federation also, we are very supportive, giving us the match bonuses. Make sure that after every game we are giving a match bonus, especially with the presence of the first Vice President, Bakari Jammeh. After a game, when we have dinner, he will stood up in front of the players, talk to them, motivate them, and make sure that before the game, show them, most of the time, show them the money. The money is here. If you want it, it will be given to you. And after the game, he makes sure that he gives it to our team admin, that is Mojan. Then at the end of the day, it is shared among the players and the technical staff. It wasn't easy, but definitely we had a lot of support from the Gambians. Most of the time, they would be always calling, praying for the team. And that was massive, definitely. Yeah. You know, I think it was difficult, but at the end of the day, we were able to achieve our goal.
All right. You've achieved your goal, but let's just go back to recruiting talents. All right. We all know, you know, under 20 is about grassroots football.
Yes.
All right. How comes you have an eye for talent? You know, you can look at players, you know, and know, okay, this is a raw diamond. When polished, you know, it will be an asset for the national team.
Well, first of all, I look at the technique of the players. I think that is the foundation. When the technique is good, then now we look at the intelligence of the players. And again, tactically, always for me personally, I always like to play organized football. Try to identify players who understand the role and their responsibility. That is very important. You have to know exactly the role you play and your responsibilities as well. So that is what most of the time what I look up to, and sometimes we'll be given some certain technical trainings that will be a little bit complicated. So if you really focus, you'll be able to understand it. Then when it comes to tactics, it will be easy for us to develop the players. So basically, those are the things that I look up to the players when making the selection.
All right. But are you familiar with these tactics? I've come across, they say, your favorite tactic is, you know, preferred formation is 4-2-3-1.
Sorry for yeah. When I normally play is 4-3-3. Sometimes with a single defensive midfield player, you know. But I work a lot on tactics because I know this is a problem in Gambian football. You can assign players to do something and they leave it behind and do exactly whatever they feel like doing. So I always emphasize it. Especially during the training, I make sure that I stop, ask them and stop and explain to them, show them how I wanted it to be done. So I emphasize a lot on, I work a lot on tactics because these are the secret weapons that you use to whip your opponent to win the games. And also not only one tactic, 2 or 3 tactics, because you have your plan A, B, and C. If this one doesn't work, then you try the other one. As I told you earlier, our game against Mali, we started with the semi-final of WAFU, we started with 4-3-3, but unfortunately we couldn't overcome them. Then we have to change the plan to 3-5-2. Fortunately for us, we were able to score and went to penalties and won the game.
Okay.
So tactics are very important to me.
Okay. And are you a coach who want to hold possession? You know, possess the ball. You know, play beautiful football, tiki-taka. You know.
Yes. This is what I always tell my players. I can assure the public that we'll play good football, because sometimes it's good to entertain the fans also. Let them enjoy what they love to watch. Okay, it's good to enjoy for them to enjoy watching the game. Then that would make them to come and support the team. That would make them to follow the team as well. But if it is boring, no one is interested, I mean, at the end of the day, it becomes difficult, and we need those fans. So I love playing possession football. Possession football going forward, not only to keep possession of the football, not only to keep possession of the ball, but moving forward, looking for goals and winning games as well.
All right. Okay, but how do you rate Gambian football now? You know, being voted as Sports Personality of the Year, how do you rate, you know, Gambian football?
I think it is moving to the right direction. Looking at the achievements that we're making now, before we used to struggle when it comes to, we can play good football, we have abundance of talent in this country, but qualifying to major competitions and winning them definitely becomes a problem. Now you can see to it that the whole world is seeing that Gambia, there are a lot of talents in the Gambia. They started following Gambian team, coming to look for players in the country. You have a lot of scouts now coming into the Gambia. At the end of every season, you can see so many players are moving out, signing professional contracts in other part of the world. So the under-20 has done a lot with Matar, and when I also took over, we moved it to another level. The senior team also has qualified to the AFCON back-to-back, which is also good for our football. Because there are times, for when we are in Egypt, sometimes we tell them the Gambia is playing, they say Zambia. We told them not Zambia, it's Gambia.
Exactly.
Now, after some time, they realize it's Gambia now, not Zambia.
Yeah, exactly.
So especially when we met with Zambia. So they said, now it's not Zambia and Zambia, it's Gambia and Zambia. Yeah, so I can see that, to me, it's moving to the right direction. Because you can see that people are investing in football. Now people are putting their monies in football, buying clubs, investing in football, and I think that is good for football. Because financially we used to struggle, but now it's getting better. You can see former players also taking up responsibility, buying teams and supporting and helping young players in the country.
Coach, everyone dreams big, for that matter, right? What are your dreams? What would, if you called up, say, Coach, the national team is here?
Yeah, that's a big challenge. Yes, I definitely want to follow the ladder. I've started with the under-17, now under-20, want to go to the under-23, to try to have more knowledge about the game, have more courses, attachments and things like that, then later to the senior national team.
Yeah, but it's a dream.
Yes, it's a dream.
It's a dream of one day, coaching,
yes,
the national team.
Yes, exactly.
Of the Gambia.
That's true.
You know, trying to inculcate the same thing you did with the under-20,
yes,
you know, on the national team. Because, you know, you are familiar with the players coach, right? On the 17,
yes,
right? On the 20.
Yes.
And then you dream of, you know, guiding those people to under 23.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
Then from under 23, national team.
Yes. I've been in the system for quite some time now. I've worked with under-17 for some time, worked with female teams as well, under-17, the senior national team. I've once assisted the late Peter Bonu Johnson at the senior national team against Tanzania. I've assisted Lamin Sarr. We won, we qualified to the 2020 AFCON in South Africa. Also assisted Tafa Mane. I have been in the system for quite some time now.
Yeah.
You know, I've gained a little bit of experience. I'm still want to gain more.
Okay.
And as I said, I want to climb the ladder.
All right. But you have any, questions or comments for coach?
Yes, just one question, but before the question, I will once again say congratulations for winning the award, because sports in general, it is a passion for the Gambians. And winning the sports personality of the year, it's truly a big achievement. As Sarah said, junior category is the most difficult stage as far as Gambian national teams are concerned, because they won't have any experience on professional level. But you have to take them from the grassroots, nurture their talent, build their confidence. What advice do you have or observation as far as the grassroots football is concerned?
I think grassroots football and youth football are very important. The federation is working hard on it, starting from schools football. That is the foundation. That would be the foundation. They're investing a lot. Then you have the under 17, normally go for qualifiers. The under 20, the female under 17, the female under 20, and the senior national team as well. You can see that some of these under 20 players have been invited by Tom to the senior national team. Our captain has once been invited, and Mahmoud also has been invited. We're expecting more. This is what we always wanted. Graduating from one level to the other.
Yeah.
So if the others are about to retire, then you have a pool of players that you select from the junior categories.
Okay.
I think that is very important, and the technical director is working hard on that together with the grassroots manager. Recently, I can see they have a tournament, they have a game in Banjul. They normally go to all the regions. There was a time when I was even with the under 17, we went to Jarasoma with the other 4 regions, bring them, organize a jamboree there, identify players, and select the under 17 from there. Also, you can see the youth, the schools football also. They organize these under 15, 17 tournaments, so as for them to be able to get used to this competition. It is very important, as I said, because that is the foundation that would help us for them to graduate to the next level, then to the senior national team. Because looking at the likes of Omar Koli, they were with the under 17, they started from the under 17, then up to the senior national team. I think that is very important when it comes to football.
Yeah. But what would you say if, fans would say, we need him at the national team as soon as possible? We see, well, comments are coming, of course. We see Jallo saying, we need him in the national team as soon as possible.
Probably to maybe...
With due respect, we know that Tom is taking care of things, right?
Yeah.
I think I still need a little more time to upgrade myself. Probably if you are able to assist him, you can learn more from him than going directly taking up the responsibility as the head coach.
That's why.
And as I always say, sometimes when people rate you, you have to assess yourself and see whether the time is right or not. You have to be real to yourself, because at the end of the day, the expectations are high. If you didn't deliver, it might put you down. So I just don't want to rush up, just want to take my time. As I said, I know so many people talk to me about the senior national team. So many people appreciate my coaching. So they do come to my training ground to see how I do things and work with me together. But as I said, I still want to have a little bit of patience and climb the ladder.
All right. And finally, what message would you have, for the Gambia Football Federation, regarding this, award? Because I would say, the federation play a key part, in it. They they believe in you, giving you the mantle, to coach, the various categories, of our national teams, which is very, very important. And then to your players also, players who you have been on the pitch, they are fighting for glory, for the nation, and also to the fans who have always backed you up, to your family members, to friends, and especially to your wife who has been very supportive.
Yes, starting with the Gambia Football Federation, definitely I said a big thank you to them. Starting from the president down to the last staff. They were very supportive from day one. Sometimes to travel with some of them, the likes of Pakari, the president normally. After the game, sometimes we sit together. The technical director also, I have to thank him a lot because he is always with us. Even sometimes after the training or after the games, he would call me into his house or come into my house, give me advice. Anything that he observed that he feels we should improve on. So as I said, it was a teamwork. Okay. As I've mentioned, Mr. Jame, Bakari Jame, the likes of the General Secretary, Lamin Jassi, Kemusise and others, just to name a few. They were all supportive, together with Ibu Fai and others. They were all supportive in terms of the motivation and whatever we needed to make sure that we have better preparation. Okay. Going to the family also, back home, their prayers are always with me. They always call me, motivate me. My wife is into football. She has played football and she do commission games and she's into football, so she understands me very well. Whenever I am moving out to go for training and things like that, she doesn't complain. Okay. The fans also, the entire nation, we are rallying behind the team. So they always give their support, and we all know support is very important when it comes to such competitions. The players also were disciplined, they were ready to hard, they were ready to work hard. Whatever we assign them to do, they do. They were rebels. What I always tell them, this is what I always tell them during our preparation. Football is played on the pitch, not on paper. Sometimes you might meet up with teams that are on paper better than us, but we have to prove to them during the course of the game that we are better than them by winning them. That's why I always say that I emphasize, I stick to the tactic that we play, make sure they understand it, and collectively we work as a team. So definitely there was maximum discipline in the team, and they were all ready to work for their nation. They unite the nation and we are the ones to make probably the 1.5 million. We should make them all happy. They all left all whatever they're doing, watch the games and make sure they follow the team. We also told them that we have to do everything humanly possible that we make them happy. So I have to thank each and everyone. I have to thank you also for inviting me here and giving me the platform to show the people what I've achieved. Definitely, sometimes people might not know exactly what you've been doing, what you've achieved. So the media is also very important. With Mr. Sar also, Campo also have been with us during the World Cup. We do have interviews with them, whatever they observe, they give us their advice because they are all into football. They have an idea, they've been following football for quite a long time. So I'm definitely very much pleased with the entire Gambian people that I have their support. They have the trust and confidence in me, together with the Gambia Football Federation.
Okay, thank you very much. That was Coach Abdoulie Bojan, Sports Personality, of the Year award. We congratulate him, of course, a well-deserved award for that matter. We'll just be taking a short break, and when we come back, of course, we will, talk about, some updates, on Gambian football right here on Monday night. Please stay tuned. Don't go away. We're coming next.